Well, let's start. First of all, my name is Caio Oliveira. I work for VMware at the NSPU, Networking Security Business Unit. I'm a SE, staff SE for Latin America. I'm based in São Paulo, Brazil. And the topic today will be about micro-segmentation, right? Well, you know the drill, disclaimer here. And before what, let's start with why. I hope Simon Sinek don't sue me here, but it's important to talk about the challenges that we face today in the data center regarding security, right? When we see our data center today, it looks like this here, right? A medieval castle, that we have all the apps inside this castle, right? And we have a really strong and fortified gate that can allow users to enter, but we know that we have also a lot of attackers trying to enter. But what's happening is inside, right? We don't want that all these applications talk together, right? So in that case, what we do, we create what we call VLANs to segment those applications, right? With that, I can protect and define what traffic is allowed and is not allowed. But inside the VLANs, the traffic flows without any protection, right? This is one of the first challenges that we have today. Because I have a way today to protect this. I can use what we call private VLAN, right? But private VLAN is you can do everything or do nothing. You don't have the option to define exactly which ports the application should allow and should not allow, right? And this firewall that's in the perimeter, in the gate of the data center, should be really strong. And of course, this involves a lot of costs. So we know that the firewalls today have an elevated cost, right? And also, I have a dependency of my network. I have to create the VLANs and steal the traffic through the firewall. And those firewalls, with more functionality, the performance decreases, right? And we know today that the traffic changed a lot. For example, in the year 2000, we had the user accessing only one application and the application having everything together, right? And so the north-south traffic was predominant in that area. Nowadays, we see that the application are much more complex than, so the traffic are more in the data center. There are some studies that we see that at least 80% today are east-west traffic inside the data center, right? Okay, those are the problems and how we can face them. This is, I'll be using this analogy of an airport, right? Imagine that we are the packets in the data center and the airplanes are the VMs, are the workloads that we need to reach, right? When I have the ticket, I want to go to Brazil, for example, I got my ticket. What's the first barrier that we faced in the airport, right? We got the first checkpoint. This is what we can be addressed as the perimeter firewall. I like this picture here because it has the best practice. That's high availability, right? 2 officers there. Okay, after that, you reach to the X-ray. X-ray could be like an IPS or to verify something like an antivirus to verify if you're not porting a knife or everything. Then you enter in the area to get the airplane, right? There, you can do something wrong there, like in the same VLAN. Probably not, right? Because what we have the gates. I cannot get, for example, a plane to Cancun or wherever. I have to go to my specific gate to go to Brazil, right? And this is what, for me, is micro-segmentation, right? The idea is that you have a protection in the layer of the virtual machine. And these women here is like what protects me to not go to Cancun, but go to Brazil, right? And this is what is NSX micro-segmentation, right? We enforce the security policies at the unique level of the virtual machine. So we can protect even inside the VLAN or between the VLANs. And I can also, for example, reduce the amount of traffic that is handled by my perimeter firewall. My perimeter firewall should be handling the north-south traffic, not the east-west traffic, right? And this is important to know that NSX is a certified stateful firewall. It's not a stateless firewall like an access list of a switch, for example. And where NSX micro-segmentation can help? This is, I think, the most important slide of the presentation, the last one, right? I have 20% of my total traffic that is the north-south traffic. The best practice today I still use my physical firewall to protect. I can use, for example, a virtual appliance, a virtual firewall appliance, or even NSX. But in that case, both the appliance or NSX could not be the best solution because of the functionalities needed, the performance, right? The rest of the traffic, I like to divide in two parts. First is what we call inter-VLAN traffic that I can protect using a physical firewall, a virtual appliance firewall, or even NSX distributed firewall, right? And there's the possibility to use echoes or ACLs on the switches, but they are stateless. They don't have a good protection instead of a stateful firewall, right? And what we have most is the intra-VLAN traffic, right? This intra-VLAN traffic, we can use the distributed firewall of NSX. We can try to use private VLAN. By private VLAN, we know it's everything or nothing. We can try to use IP table on the workloads, on the operational system, and we have sometimes the possibility to use MAC VLANs or VLANs ACLs. Those are really difficult to operate. That's why here NSX has a good position to help on the security. So to summarize, for 80% of the traffic, NSX can grab and have a great security protection for your entire data center. So this is it. If you have some question, I will be here to respond. Thank you.